Hey, seventh grade. We had a interesting assignment today. We are dividing a lot of mixed numbers. We're finding ratios. So I wanted to go through a few example problems to help you. Question 1 of our example problems says, you are downloading movies for a vacation. If each movie takes 2 1/4 hours to download, how many movies can you download in 7 2/3 hours? So the key here is we're going to be using division to figure out how many movies can be downloaded in that time. So we're actually going to be doing 7 2/3 hours divided by 2 1/4 hours. So 2 1/4 hours, that represents the amount of time it takes to download one movie. So we are going to convert each of these mixed numbers into improper fractions. So we're doing 3 times 7 to get 21 plus 2, which will give us an improper fraction of 23/3. And we are dividing that by 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9/4. Now what we have to do is we're going to take the second fraction and flip it and change this into a multiplication problem. So we have 23/3 times 4/9. That's going to get us a total of 92/27, and that converts to 3 11/27 movies. Of course, you can't go on vacation with 11/27 of a movie downloaded, so our final answer here would end up being 3 whole movies. This next question is pretty tough. The numbers actually make it difficult, and your problem on the assignment is a little easier, but the form is the same. It says a toy Jeep is 8.5 inches long, while an actual Jeep measures 14 7/8 feet long. What is the value of the ratio of the toy Jeep to the length of the actual Jeep? What does the ratio mean in this situation? So this is a good problem to practice. So what we're going to end up doing is we have our ratio of 8 1/2 inches to 14 7/8 feet. And in order to find the value of the ratio, we're going to divide both sides by 14 7/8. So the division of the 8 1/2 divided by 14 7/8 is difficult, but the problem on your assignment will not be as difficult. So this is going to convert to 17/2 divided by 119/8. We're going to flip that to make it multiplication. 17/2 times 8/119. That's going to give us a total of 136/238. And we can actually divide both of these by 34. So that simplifies to 4/7. So the ratio of the toy Jeep to the actual Jeep is 4 inches to 7 feet. So for every 4 inches of toy Jeep, there are 7 feet of actual Jeep. So that is the ratio. and it says what does the value mean in the situation, which we sort of covered, but I will type it. That means that for every 4 inches of toy Jeep, there are 7 feet of real Jeep. And that's all the question means when it asks for what does the ratio mean in this situation. Okay, number 3. To make 6 dinner rolls, 1/4 cup of flour is used. How much flour is needed to make 1 dinner roll? So this one is fairly simple. If we have 6 rolls, let me get back to the pen. 6 rolls to 1/4 cup. In order to find how much flour is needed for 1 roll, we're going to divide both of these by 6. And if we do 1/4 divided by 6, that's going to be the same as 1/4 times 1/6, which gives us an answer of 1/24 of a cup. Question B says, how many cups of flour are needed to make 5 dozen dinner rolls? So we know that 1/24 of a cup is the amount needed for 1 roll. Sorry, a dog is jumping on me. All right, so 1/24, and we're trying to figure out how much flour is needed for 5 dozen dinner rolls. So we're going to be multiplying by 60 because 5 dozen is 5 times 12, which is 60. We multiply by 60 over 1, which gives us 60 over 24, which simplifies to 5 over 2, or 2.5 cups of flour. So for 3B, we took the amount of flour needed for 1 dinner roll and multiplied that by the number of dinner rolls that we are making. Final question, how many rolls can you make with 4 2/3 cups of flour? So this one is a little different. What we're going to be doing is we're taking our cups of flour, which is 4 2/3, and we're going to be dividing that by the amount of flour it takes to make 1 roll. And we can figure out how many rolls we can actually make. We know that, or we could look and see that every cup of flour will make 24 rolls just because it takes 1/24 of a cup for 1 roll. So we are going to convert 4 2/3 into a mixed number. That gives us 14/3. And we're going to flip the 1/24 to 24 over 1. 14 times 24, if you calculate that, should be 336 over 3. And that simplifies to 112 rolls. I know these questions were a little difficult, especially with the math, but this video should help you figure out what steps you need to take. Good luck.